I really hope that that clock ticking is not super loud. That would be extremely unfortunate. Hey FastForward U family, it's Carrie Ingram, Marketing and Operations Coordinator at FastForward U. You already know. I am back with another type of tip video, which I haven't done in a while, but we're trying to get back to consistency, and I'm going to talk about that more in today's video, ironically enough. One of the things that I do as part of my job at FastForward U is run our social media handles, and I have such a fun time doing this, especially on Instagram. It's just a fun way to stay current, to be able to communicate easily and quickly with people in your community, and to foster and grow a community of your own. And I love it so much that this past academic year I was giving virtual talks about ways to grow on social media to you guys. But just in case you missed these talks, we do have some secret links on our website that I'll link down in the description box, but I'm going to do a quick version of one of those little talks today. And we're going to talk about the things that you should utilize on Instagram over the summer to help grow your brand, your business, yourself, whatever account you're making and running. And have no fear, you do not need to be a marketing expert in order to understand what I'm about to tell you. So let's get right into these tips. But before we do, make sure that you're subscribed to the FastForward U channel. We would love to keep you within the family. And make sure to follow us on social media. We have a Twitter, a Facebook, an Instagram, anything you can think of. We also do have a podcast, so if you love listening to entrepreneurial stories, then make sure to check that out there. And all of these links will be in the description box as well. But let's get into my quick tips on what you should do on IG this summer. All right, y'all. So these are the basic tips. Some of these may be repeats, especially if you've attended any of my seminars, but these are important things that aren't changing anytime soon, which is why I wanted to include them in this video. First thing first, establish and stick to your niche. Please and thank you. It's very important to have a specific topic, idea, genre, niche area, and sticking with it for the first few months that you are running your Instagram page. The reason for this is because you want to attract people to your page, and if people can easily identify what your page is about and whether or not it will be relevant to them, then you've got it made. If you're making a page for your brand, this is super easy because you should already kind of have a niche. I mean, like, if I'm making pencil sharpeners, that's kind of like the very specific area that I'm in. I'm not going to start posting things about the latest music or a food post or blush, you know, like that is confusing. No one's going to know that I sell pencil sharpeners. So keep it specific, keep it clear, and you're already set for a great foundation for your Instagram page. Next thing I want to talk about is consistency, and that consistency does not equal a whole bunch of spam, okay? A lot of times when people hear the word being consistent, or I guess the phrase, because that's two words. Whenever people hear about being consistent on Instagram, they immediately kind of pair that in their head with, oh, I have to post daily and I have to do this and that and I just have to do the most, and they get burnt out really easily or their content sucks, just to be honest. So when I talk about consistency, consistency means sticking to a regular schedule that works for you and for your audience, that they know when to expect a new post. So you don't have to post every day. In fact, for your in-feed posts, you really only have to post 3 to 5 times a week. So that's not even daily, which is awesome. Reels, their new and latest update on their page, is probably the thing you want to focus on the most if you're looking to grow, and posting at least one a day, since they look for 4 to 7, sometimes to 10 a week. Story post at least 5 a day on your stories. These can be picture posts, video posts, shares, anything that's fun that can build engagement. And IGTV videos, aim for 1 a week, but even if that's too much because you also have to edit the video and such, do what you can, okay? So just sit down and establish whatever the schedule that works best for you looks like for you, and follow that. You can always adjust it as time goes on, but just remember that consistency means showing up at the same time, the same amount, generally speaking, with the same quality, instead of rushing things in order to spam everybody on Instagram. That will not lead to growth, I promise. My next tip is to utilize everything Instagram has to offer, and this means all of the features. I know video can be super scary for a lot of people. I, for one, am comfortable with it only because I've done it for so long. So the sooner you get started, the sooner you'll accomplish something and make things that you like and feel more comfortable doing it. So utilize all that Instagram has to offer. Post videos on your story telling people about your day. You can show the real behind the scenes, spill some real tea on your stories because it only lasts for 24 hours and it's super fun, but you can also add some tips that you can highlight in your Instagram page in order to help your people out. Use IGTV videos. Instagram recommends making these videos 2 to 5 minutes long. They're meant to be a little bit longer form on social media, but you still don't want them to be super long to the point where people don't want to tune in and watch the full thing. But make these videos things that are still engaging and fun, whether it's like a tutorial on how to do something in your industry or a Q&A with your founder. You know, be creative with this. And for reels are super fun, especially because you do them to trending sounds, to trending vibes, hashtags and things, and you just have to spin them to make them relevant to what you do. But all in all, you just need to utilize all that Instagram has to offer. They have so many great and cool features, so don't neglect them. Use them to your advantage. My fourth tip is to engage on Instagram yourself. And this is super important. I always talk about this because people forget about this. You're so focused on growing your own page that you forget that you also need to foster an authentic page, an authentic community. So rather than just focusing on how many comments, likes, shares, etc. that you have on your content, you need to be out there also engaging on other people's content. Don't spam them, okay? Don't copy and paste a whole bunch of the same comments, but really go through your industry, make friends, foster a community, because you're more likely to see your engagement boost up and stay there than if you just acquired a whole bunch of random people as followers and then like 5 of them actually like interact with your post. You don't want that because then you look like a spam account and that's not cool. My 5th and last summer advice tip is to have fun wisely. What I mean by this is just get creative. Don't be too hard on yourself. You're learning, you're trying new things, but also have a little bit of a system for yourself so you don't get burnt out. Whether that means making a content calendar, which I recommend everyone do regardless, please do that for yourself. If not for you, do it for me. Or at least just having a list of these are my ideas that I want to pick and choose from whenever I'm making content, so that way it's a little bit more organized for you and again, less tiring and you're less likely to burn out. But yeah, those are like my top 5 tips for social media, and honestly you can kind of use these tips for any platform. So if your brand or business or yourself, if you want to grow on Twitter or on Facebook, you can start off with these things. The algorithms are pretty similar. They're not exactly the same, but you can start with the basics that I've just given you. So I hope this was super helpful. Let us know in the comments if you guys have any social media specific tips, or if you have any questions rather for me to answer for you guys. And stay tuned on our pages because we'll be hosting more social media events in the future for you guys to attend and learn more about, especially because social media is ever changing and none of my live seminars have ever been exactly the same. Thank you guys so much for watching and we'll see you guys next time. Bye guys!